Well, good afternoon, boys and girls. Look what I have in my hot little hand. Powerlogger. Oh boy. I had a couple of viewers ask me if I could mod an ECM to accept Powerlogger. So, look what I've got. Stock ECM unmodded. So we're going to mod one up here to accept this Powerlogger. This is a scan tool for our Grand National, the absolute best one. This is the little printed circuit board that attaches onto the other printed circuit board on the ECM. All of your instructions are in here. There's a CD that you load into your laptop. You can also download the latest file from Eric at Turbo Tweak site. Eric and Bob work together on a lot of projects, so Eric has all the files for Bob stuff on his site for you. You can download all the latest stuff. You got your update chip here. This is all for hooking up for boost and everything else. And all your cables. It didn't even give me a sticker. Son of a bitch. Just kidding. Okay. Basically what happens here is all you're doing is this slides onto the bottom of your ECM, onto the printed circuit board over here. And that's where your chip, and there's another chip to the right there. I can't remember what the hell the name of it is. They'll have to put another chip in from their ECM to be able to use this. The PC board that Powerlogger slides onto is in behind this. I've already taken the screws out of this. There's one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there, and the cover comes off. I suggest you guys read all of the instructions. I open this up a little bit differently than what the instructions say. I know Steve Wood is shaking his head at me right now watching this because I'm not reading the instructions, but I have an easier way of doing this than spending a whole afternoon with a pair of nips trying to get out all this metal here. Basically what I'm going to do is I just snap this off, and give me a minute here and I'll pull this cover off. I'll be right back. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, we're back, guys. Again, the top just pops off. I can't hold this and get it apart all at once, so that's why I had to shut the video off for a minute. So basically, the Powerlogger just slides on the end here on the printed circuit board. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend this down and remove all of this. Instead of taking a pair of snips and snipping it away until it fits, I just bend this down and it snaps it off right here nice and clean, and I'm done. Again, I recommend that you guys follow the instructions. This is just the way I do it. I normally follow instructions, but I don't when I do this. The other thing is, your Powerlogger actually slides over these. The end of the PC board here. These things have a plastic coating on them, and what I use is nail polish remover and Q-tips, and it melts the plastic. And you have to do both sides. You got to do this side and the underneath side. Now once I remove this here, this piece of metal, you can get to the underside real easy. So all I do is take the nail polish remover with some Q-tips and keep running it back and forth here, and then I've got this scouring pad used for pots and pans, and I just run it across here until you get all of this plastic stuff off, and then you can slide your Powerlogger on, and it makes contact with all this. But like I said, I don't know what this stuff is. It's kind of like a plastic, but it melts when you put the nail polish remover to it. I think Bob, in his instructions, he gives you something else you can use for melting this, but I've used the nail polish remover and I haven't had an issue whatsoever. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'll get a pair of snips here and I'm going to knock this off, and I'll show you guys what I do to clean these off. Okay guys, I've cleaned off the end of this board here, and I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but you can actually see where it's shiny where I've got it cleaned off right to the metal. Like I said, I don't know if the camera's picking this up or not, but I've got them all cleaned off at the end here, and you have to do them underneath here as well. Like I said, I don't know if the camera's maybe at the right ones you can see it. The sun's just shining on it. You see where the tips of them are all cleaned off. You can see the difference where I've got it done. And again, the bottom here, I just it just bent over and we did away with it. But that's my way of doing it, and it's all done. So anyway, I'll slide the power logger on. I'll show you how it sits in here. Give me a minute. Okay guys, we're back, and that's how the power logger goes on. It just slides on, and that's it's all done. Where you plug it in for your laptop is right here. You'll have to mod your the plastic kick pad to be able to plug this in, I think. This board that Bob supplies now for Powerlogger is bigger than mine, and I think this plug faces outwards instead of sideways. But you'll have to push it into your kick pad and see how it sits, and then you'll have to, stupid bugs, you'll have to, you may have to mod your, or cut a hole in your plastic kick pad just a bit to be able to plug this, and again, this plugs into your laptop. When you turn your laptop on and get it running, if nothing is happening or you're getting a bunch of false codes coming up, what's happened is where you cleaned off here or underneath here, it hasn't been cleaned off well enough. You haven't got all the plastic off of it, and you'll have to take it back off and clean it again. Once you turn the key on, you don't even have to start the car. You can just turn it to run and just press the throttle, and you'll see that on your laptop, you'll see the TPS going up and down like this. You'll know it's working. Or just fire the car up and see what's working on. But again, don't take a shit if you fire it up and it's not working. Basically, well, I've seen this happen before, and I've done it on a couple of them where I haven't got all the plastic off, where I cleaned it off underneath here on the printed circuit board. Just take it back off again and run some more nail polish remover over it, and get it all off with a scouring pad, and it'll make proper contact and you're good to go. That's about it for today, guys. Again, read the instructions on how to take the metal off of this thing, or what you can do, just bend it away like I did and it's gone. I just find this much easier than spending hours on end trying to nip it away, make it look really absolutely perfect. It's down in the kick pad anyway, you can't see it, so this all you have to do is just bend it down, just bend the metal back and forth a few times, and it just snaps off clean. The other thing you'll have to do, guys, is remove this cover, and it's the same thing. Just bend it up, and then it'll come right off and it'll snap off the top. I'll show you in a minute what I do to do this. Okay guys, so all I did was, the piece that was on the end is right there, and I just bent it back and forth, and it snaps off nice and clean, just like I did the bottom one here. And put the cover on here, and there's the finished product, all done. So there you go, guys.